The Tipping Point with Mike Tipton is brought to you by Dubby. What is Dubby? Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like those other energy drinks have. They also have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. Dubby contains vitamins, amino acids, a nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. Dubby's products are made in the USA in an FDA-inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. All of the flavors are unique and custom-made by Dubby, and you'll never taste our taste anywhere else. The best part about it is they're affordable. Dubby's drinks come out to about $1 per drink, much cheaper than Starbucks or any of those canned energy drinks. To learn more, visit dubby.gg.com/discount/MRTipton33 and place your order today. Use promo code MrTipton33 and save today. Dubby Energy, be better. What's going on, everybody? I want to tell you about my new friends over at Cleverman. Visit them online at becleverman.com. What they gave me was the energizing face and beard scrub along with the Cleverman face scrubber. And trust me when I say this, the energizing face and beard scrub smells amazing. Combining it with the face scrubber, making sure that your boy was looking as good and sexy as possible, opened up a whole different sensation in my face that I haven't ever felt before. I felt so clean, so fresh, and so clean, like Outcast said, and it helped me feel like I was ready for my day. Make sure you visit them online at becleverman.com and follow them on Instagram at clevermannyc. The link is up in my bio if you want to check out all the amazing products they have. Visit them online, becleverman.com.
Look, I can't help but think that now might be a good time for a little fire and ice. Please
do not know. Never a good time for fire and ice.
What happens when you mix fire and ice? Warm water, baby. It's bubbling, baby. Warm water. Warm water.
It's high noon on a Saturday, and you know that can only mean one thing. It is time for Fire and Ice. And Brandon, we have made it all the way through the dog days of summer. Since February, we have been without football, and it is finally upon us as we are surrounded here at Buffalo Wild Wings, 655 Sunland Park Drive, with nothing but all the football, a random baseball game, but all the football you can handle right now, Brandon. Once again, we're over at Buffalo Wild Wings, 655 Sunland Park Drive. Tell the people about the specials over here, Brandon.
Oh, man, they got a lot of good specials. So we'll start with this Pick Six Shtick. This meal for two for $19.99. You get 2 entrees. You get 2 sides. You can choose between like wings, bone-in. You also get 2 fountain drinks, and you can add on a dessert if you want. Then you have your happy hour, your late night from 3 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 to 11 every day. $2 off all drafts, $6 apps, $4 well drinks, $5 premium drinks. And check this out. They got this new deal, this ultimate sampler. Choose 4. It's pretty good. We had it last week. You get boneless wings, mozz sticks, or onion rings, cheese curds. The everything pretzel bites were phenomenal. That are some of the specials. Those are some of the specials, I should say. They have at Buffalo Wild Wings. Those. Excuse me. Pardon me.
You're a speech teacher.
Football is back.
Football is back.
Yeah, thank God. And notice how I changed it so
fast. We have made it through, once again, the disgusting, dark times of having to just watch football and soccer and all those other things. And now we are finally back here with football. The Cricket Commish from the Chicago Clubhouse Network saying, Money Mike, what's good? What's good with you, Cricket Commish? Cricket Commish, Brandon, was one of the I got to do math now. One of the almost 500 messages that I got on Thursday afternoon whenever the news came out that the Dallas Cowboys traded Micah Parsons.
I sent it to you.
You sent it to me as well.
I sent it to you as well.
I mean, I was just getting inundated.
Yeah.
Just left and right. Everyone, what are your opinions on Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys and this and that? I gave some of my opinions yesterday. I'll rehash them again today. But, Brendan, I want to get your thoughts on this because you were in the camp. I was also in the camp that I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought if it did happen, it would be a good thing for the Cowboys, but I just didn't think it would happen because Jerry doesn't give in like that.
No, it was a very strange move. It really was. It was very un-Jerry-esque. And it shocked me just like it shocked anybody else, not only as a Cowboys fan in the organization, but certainly in the world of the NFL. Was it a good trade for the Cowboys? I mean, personally, I don't feel it was, just because you don't give up a generational talent like that. I mean, I really think they're going to struggle now at Philadelphia. I figured that was going to be an uphill battle as is. But I just feel that you just don't trade away the caliber of player, because I don't think that you're going to be able to get enough in return to be able to get back what you've lost. Now, with that being said, there was always the Herschel Walker trade, which everybody likes to revert back to one of the greatest trades in NFL history, which nobody saw it that way at the time. They thought the Cowboys were a bunch of schmucks for doing it. But, you know, you're going to get, 2 first-round picks over the next couple of years. You're getting a pretty good defensive player in lieu of Parsons, but you're not getting Parsons anymore. You know, those first-round picks will help, but they'll probably be later in the first round, obviously. I just don't think it adds up. But the guy wasn't happy, so they're actually saving a lot of cap space now.
And that's what I was going to say. So, like,
silver lining.
I see the positives and the negatives.
Yeah,
right?
You have to ultimately, right?
It sucks because if you're like a Dallas sports fan where you love the Rangers, you love the Mavs, you love the Cowboys, and you lost Luka Doncic and Micah Parsons within a 6-month period of one another,
that's crazy.
You've got to be just hating life right now.
Yeah, no,
right?
I mean, that's how do you lose 2 generational players like that in the same calendar year?
But what I would say with this is, like, the difference between the Mavericks and the Dallas Cowboys is the Dallas Mavericks made it to the NBA Finals. The Dallas Cowboys last year were god-awful. And yes, Micah Parsons missed 4 games or whatever, but they still had, even with Micah Parsons, the 17th ranked pass pass rush, and the 29th ranked run defense. They gave up they gave up the most touchdowns on the ground of any team in the NFL last year. Their run defense was absolutely horrid. And I'm hoping that Kenny Clark coming in here from Green Bay, that's the piece that you were talking about. He's just a big fat guy, right?
Yeah.
Big fat guy to help you stuff up the middle, and that's kind of what you want if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, someone to help you out with that. It gives you hope because the Dallas Cowboys draft really well. Jerry Jones, over the last few years, he's drafted really well. So you've got to be looking at that as like one of the positives, right? But it's Micah effing Parsons, man. Yeah, exactly. Like you said, this is a generational kind of guy, like doing all kinds of stuff that we hadn't seen in NFL history before, right? Like the only player to be, you know, with the amount of sacks, with the amount of Pro Bowls, with the amount of pressure, with all the stuff that he got on there. Now, the one thing that I would say, I feel bad for him specifically because I don't think this trade really helps out the Green Bay Packers. I know a lot of people are going to be like, Tip, that's a generational pass rusher for him. They had a pretty bad defense last year that couldn't stop the run, and they just got rid of a dude that was really good at helping them stop the run for a guy that we've seen, because we've seen it up close and personal,
trouble against stopping the
run. Stop the run. Again, in a division that's all about establishing the run.
Running backs, a lot of good running backs in that division. Yeah, I mean, certainly it's like I said, it's an odd trade. I mean, I understand why you're going after him, but again, you know, prior to Micah Parsons' arrival, the big problem for the Cowboys was their inability to cause pressure on the quarterback, and that's why they kept losing in key situations. You know, a la at Green Bay, hosting Green Bay in the playoffs, whatever. You get Parsons, and that certainly makes that difference, because if you don't have a good pass rusher in the NFL, you're screwed. But you really are.
But you see what I mean? I think the Cowboys do have a good pass rusher. Like, I like Osa Odigizua. Like, I think he's really good. And Dante Fowler's good at getting the pass rush.
None of them are Micah Parsons.
They just drafted Ezekara as well to like get him in there. He was a wrecking ball for Georgia's defense last year. Like, if he can come up, like, again, he doesn't have to be Micah Parsons. But what if they're doing like the money ball approach of it, right? Like, you get these amount of pressures with these amount of guys, and then, you know, maybe Osa Odigizua becomes our Scott Hatteberg. You know what I mean? Like, he's the king of walk, just getting on base. That's all we got to do, right? Just get there. Like, maybe you have a conglomerate of people that can get you to where you need to be. It's not going to be Micah Parsons, but maybe. And again, I know I hate that I'm this guy now, that I'm defending Jerry Jones. This is a weird thing for me in my 40s, that I've become the guy that's like, no, I understand Jerry Jones because he's 42 years older than me. I shouldn't be able to, like, get where he's coming from, right? But I see where it is. If the guy's unhappy with the team, let him go.
Yeah.
Because even if you keep him, it can become a cancer later on.
There's going to be miserable players, cause for miserable times within organizations. And The guy didn't want to be there. I mean, he's going to cause a lot of problems and a lot of issues. And there's one thing between, holding out and still being happy with where you're at, and holding out and being like, screw you, I want to be traded, where, even if you sign me, I'm going to sit there and be like a child, have that crappy look on my face the whole season. And of course, it resonates amongst the team. And that's all you need to start off the season with, that is that type of, bad mojo around the organization. So clearly, you got rid of the problem in that respect. But with all that said, it was a good problem to have. You know what I mean? Really,
you got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah, it was a good problem to have. But, there's always going to be the doubters and naysayers that say it was a terrible decision. It's unusual, though, because we saw a side of Jerry Jones that I don't know that we've really seen before. I can't think the last time where he literally said, okay, go. Can you?
No.
The last time I heard of that was when he told the second coach, I can get 500 other coaches to replace you.
Yeah, well, I mean, and he got Switzer. And that's, of course, if you're watching that Cowboys series, that was, I think, episode 4. Mm-hmm. Great series. I'm on episode 6. But, you just usually with the bargaining chips that he has all of the advantages ultimately, but he usually does not crumble in that situation like that.
Ashley Condolado is saying she's not even a Cowboys fan, but she was getting flooded with people checking in on her husband, BJ, because he is a Cowboys fan. The Cricket Commission, glad to see that I'm not in jail for murdering Jerry Jones. Tommy Carranza giving us his well wishes as well, tuning in on the show here. Once again, we are over here at Buffalo Wild Wings. Brandon the Iceman Cohen, Mike Tipton hanging out with you here for Fire and Ice, 655 Stanley Park Drive. We're going to be doing this every Saturday for the foreseeable future. Let me take it back. Not every Saturday. Okay, not every Saturday. I can't commit to every Saturday. Most Saturdays. 51%.
We're here just about most Saturdays.
Yes,
sure,
we can do those ones. But we're talking again about like the Dallas Cowboys trade and stuff like that. And I know Tommy Conso, he was very vocal about it yesterday. Like he was beside himself. Like, and again, he's kind of the guy that I'm talking about, where he's a Mavericks fan and a Cowboys fan. So he got to see these two dudes in the same year just get taken away from him. Nico Harrison and Jerry Jones is basically the Spider-Man meme pointing at one another for doing all this stuff, right? Saying the two biggest morons in the world reside in Dallas.
yeah, there's some morons over there. Those organizations, you got your head scratching at this point. You don't lose great players like that.
But again, don't. I think of it from the Green Bay standpoint of these things, right? Like we can say this with Green Bay. Like at least I feel good saying. I don't know if you do. This still doesn't make them a Super Bowl contender.
No, but I mean, their defense to me wasn't bad last year, and I think this does help them a lot. I mean, I'm going to take the other side and say that this is such a competitive division where you have to stay up with the Joneses. And we know that what Minnesota is going to offer. We know how improved Chicago is going to be. That's going to be a great Monday nighter. Chicago and Minnesota, don't you know? And certainly Green Bay's got an overwhelming amount of talent. They do. Again, it's so wide open. The NFC, anybody could appear in the Super Bowl next year. Yeah, Philly's good, but they're not invincible. Nobody's invincible. We know that. And I just think that, if I'm Green Bay, I'm grinning from ear to ear that I got this guy. I know you lost a guy that's good, has the ability of slowing down and stopping the run. But when it's all said and done, man, you got a guy coming in that can just take care of business with the quarterback all the time. This is great. And I love it. Sorry, I couldn't resist, Anyways, long story short, I've never seen someone run so fast in my life. It's like me getting to the buffet, It's like, oh my God, I can't wait to get there. On your market, say, go, don't you go dying on me now. Anyways, long story short, yes, you're giving up the run stopping ability, but you're bringing the guy that could kill the quarterback, and that's worth its weight in gold in this league.
Yeah, but again, like Green Bay's defensive pass rush is going to be good, but we can also say Minnesota has a very underrated offensive line.
Yeah.
Chicago did well this year to make sure they addressed their offensive line.
Absolutely.
Right?
Very, very good.
The same thing with Detroit. Detroit has a really good offensive line. We're talking about, and the reason why we're bringing this is because they play 6 games against these teams, right? Like, this is their division.
Right, exactly.
But what I'm talking about now is we can say anybody can do it, right? So I guess maybe the sun shines on Green Bay's ass that they're able to be the team that goes to the Super Bowl, right? Next year they start the season, and this is after doing some research. I had to make sure we got the right numbers here. They start the season $42 million over the cap. They have 19 free agents that their contracts expire this season. They're not going to be able to bring those guys back. We're talking about guys like Christian Watson, Romeo Dallas, 8 starters right now on defense.
No,
it's going to be difficult. It's been now or not.
Well, that's what I was about to say. You can't look that far in the future. I mean, it would be nice to try to look that far in the future, but I feel that ultimately it's, you're in a situation where you just have to look at a year-to-year basis and say, what are we going to be able to do with the talent pool that we have? Hopefully in the future, we're able to reload. And one thing's for certain, even going over the salary cap and even losing key free agents, if you're a good enough organization, if you're a well enough run organization, you can always make up for it in other ways.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to have more than just what they're getting right now, right? Like you have 71% of your salary cap tied up in Jordan Love and Micah Parsons. Like that's. And it's not this year because all they're paying Micah Parsons now this year is what his contract was, which was $21 million, right? Next year, whenever it goes up to that $47 million, and then you got Jordan Love making $55 million, like that's a lot of money on just those 2 players in particular with what they've got that they need to do. You got a 53-man roster you got to fill out, and if 70% of your cap is in 2 dudes, that's going to be hard to do, man.
It is. It's not going to be easy. And I mean, I think the verdict is still
three
out.
People. I'm sorry, 3 people, because Rashawn Gary's on there as well.
Yeah. I mean, the verdict is still out on Jordan Love. I think he's a good quarterback. Is he a great quarterback? Is he that guy that's going to be there for the long run? I don't know. I mean, some people love the guy, no pun intended, but I still kind of question, how good of a quarterback he is, and can he stay healthy?
And that's the thing too. Like I think I said it last week too. Like I thought Green Bay massively overachieved last year getting to the playoffs, and part of their like what they have that a lot of other teams don't have is that they have a young core of wide receivers that they haven't had to pay.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have to pay these dudes, whether or not it's like as a 1 or a 2 or whatever. You're gonna have to pay these guys, and you're just not gonna have the money to do it. Now we got to see coming up, not this season, but maybe next season. Is Jordan Love the guy that doesn't rely on his weapons and can create, names out of just terrible wide receivers, a la Tom Brady, a la what Peyton Manning was able to do, right? Because they're going to start losing pieces left and right in Green Bay because they've got these huge contracts that they've got to pay out over the next couple of years.
Yeah, and that's tough. Let's put you in a difficult predicament. I mean, look, we all know that there was the risk. Hopefully the risk outweighs the reward. The reward outweighs the risk of bringing in a guy like Parsons, because that kind of money is ridiculous. I mean, that's quarterback money that he's making as a defensive player, which does he deserve it? Yeah, I mean, being the type of talent that he is, but boy, that does put a big dent in your checkbook. It does, and it hurts, and it hurts especially if you don't see results.
You're worth what anyone's going to pay you,
Absolutely.
And that's what he got.
That is what it is, right?
But I think about this, right? Like you look at T.J. Watt being the guy that's the second highest paid defensive player in the NFL right now, making $40 million a year. Micah Parsons went $6 million over that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Like they're not going to see that type of money again. Like no. I think that right there, you have these moments where in salary cap, like it stops and it kind of regresses back. That's going to be the high peak for defensive players now. Is Micah Parsons. I don't think anyone's going to give them a Micah Parsons type contract.
No, I mean that's like I said, that's
and good for him.
Crazy money.
And good for him.
Yeah, I mean he got paid, he got fed, he got what he wanted. I mean, and I mean, you're going to an organization that certainly has promise. I mean, that's what else can you ask for as a player than the opportunity to win?
I said it yesterday that it feels weird to think of it this way, but it feels like a meh trade. Like neither team got exponentially better, neither team got worse. They both kind of just stayed in the same place. Green Bay gets a name, Dallas gets picks, and a guy to help out with the run defense. But it doesn't it should be one of those earth-shattering type of trades, and it just doesn't feel that way to me.
No, it really, I mean, it doesn't. It was kind of like, in a sense, it was anticlimactic only because it had been dragged on for so long. But I mean, I certainly feel that if it was going to happen, at least it happens now in the respect that you get a decent amount for him, because look, you want to trade someone when they're hot, right? So you can get the farm for them, and certainly 2 first-round draft picks is not a minute thing. It's a big deal, all things considered, especially what you could get in the first round nowadays. But again, is it gonna recoup what he meant to that organization?
And here's the thing, you and I saw this during the draft, where we concluded, yes, the Cowboys drafted the positions they needed, not necessarily the players they wanted in those positions.
Yeah, they didn't do the sexy thing, right? And that's been what they've done in the draft. So like even with these upcoming picks, like I don't foresee them doing something, super set. Like they're going to build the team the way they need to build the team, and they've been really good at doing that, right? And I was going to say this because I know Tommy yesterday said that it was Will McClay that's been building the team, like he's the de facto GM or whatever like that. You can't blame Jerry for everything that happens to the team while not giving Jerry credit for what the team is doing in the draft as well, right? Like you've got to be able to do that. And again, I hate that I'm the Jerry Jones apologist here. I should not be that guy. Why am I that guy? As I sit here wearing my Dallas Cowboys stuff out of spite now, like, just out of spite, like they will love me back the way that I love them one day,
right?
Like it'll happen.
I mean, yeah, I'd like to hope so. I mean, and ultimately, when it's all said and done, it's like, look, it's just it was almost an impossible situation just because of the fact that the two were butting heads so much to where people need to understand there's only so much that you can handle as an owner, as a GM, when you're dealing with a guy that just wants to act like a child, and that's what it essentially came down to. And you need that type of again bad aura like that around your organization, someone that's going to be causing problems.
And is it the case
distraction more than anything else?
And is it the case with Jerry Jones having too much confidence or delusions of himself?
I think it's a case of both of them, right? And like going back to like the documentary and stuff like that, I feel like Jerry Jones is like, obviously he's the one who's like the public figure all the time. The Dallas Cowboys are the soap opera. That's what he wanted, was the Cowboys to be the soap opera. But I feel like I kind of hate this. I feel like that again he gets the bad rap because it's like if you watch that documentary, Jimmy Johnson had a little bit of blame there too.
Sure.
Where, like he was acting like an asshole.
He
as well,
was,
right?
Two assholes.
Yeah, and so like I'm looking at this situation. I'm like, they're both to blame. Like it could have been a great lucrative relationship, but it just fell apart.
They were both responsible for creating that dynasty in the 90s. It wasn't like, it was all Jimmy Johnson. I mean, it wasn't, Jerry Jones, again, still the general manager, has a huge say in it. And I mean, look, Jimmy can say whatever the hell he wants. I'm assuming you've watched some of it based on what you're saying here. Jerry still had the chutzpah to go out and get Jimmy Johnson. So in the end, finally, they've been able to let their bygones be bygones here, right? Because his name's not Ring of Fame at AT&T Stadium. But you got two egotistical, sugar lunatics like that. Something's going to hurt, right?
And that's what it feels like now with like Micah Parsons. I think what's going to wind up happening with like Green Bay's got a diehard fan base. Don't get me wrong here.
Packers, yeah.
But it's not at the level of the Dallas Cowboys fan base with like the reach and all that stuff. And part of what made Michael Parsons the personality that he is the fact that he was a Dallas Cowboy with a podcast and people would go to his podcast and do all that stuff now, right? I don't know if you saw or not, but like his Twitter followers, like almost overnight, just went in half.
Sure.
Like all his followers, because again, Dallas Cowboys, you're not a Cowboy. We don't want to be around you.
Yeah.
You want yourself out, like go do your thing, my guy.
Absolutely.
And like that revenue stream, like I feel like they could have done something. They should have been able to work something out, but both of them just, I'm better than what you think I am, and I'm not going to change my position on this. And it just wound up blown up. And for me as a Cowboys fan and someone that like looks at the financials and stuff like that, as far as like the salary cap and all that goes, I see some good in this, right? There's going to be some free agents that come up this year that could help out the Dallas Cowboys in a better capacity as opposed to having $47 million wrapped up in one dude. So, like, I can see some positive coming out of this. For Green Bay, the positive is they got an amazing pass rusher. But their issue is they're in a run-heavy division.
Yeah, they're in an extremely run-heavy division, and then you look at all the other teams that are there, and they're certainly going to keep trying to run on them. I mean, again, you have to worry about Detroit and their double-headed monster, and Chicago, and they have a good running game with Swift. And certainly, I mean, it's a situation where it's going to be challenging. It's going to be challenging. But, I mean, I will say that I was happy in the respect that you do unload that ridiculous salary, because being under the salary cap in the NFL is also an invaluable asset as well.
A few comments to get here. Destiny saying, do you think that Jerry is obsessed with the soap opera dramatics? Yes. Otherwise, he wouldn't have released the documentary that he just released, right?
Yes.
Like, again, what was it, a couple of weeks ago where I said on a show, it was all the stuff that's happening with Micah Parsons keeping the Dallas Cowboys in the news, that starts to kind of fall and wane a little bit. Jerry Jones is like, you know what, guys? Over the last 10 years, I had skin cancer, stage 4. I was able to beat it. Now Jerry Jones back in everyone's like, oh, man, do you pray for Jerry? Awesome for that. That starts to fade away. Oh, you know what, guys? Here's this documentary. It's just all the stuff to keep the Dallas Cowboys in the news cycle, and we're falling for it. It's like chum in the water for us. We're sharks, and it's what we need to satiate us for the remainder of time. Tommy Canonsa saying, I don't want to hear any player ever say, I don't play for the money again.
Yeah, I mean, it's not about the money. What's it about? It's about the money.
No,
my ass. It's about the money. It's all about the money, and now it's in college too. It's about the money.
Yeah.
You know, are you going to play for a program that can't pay you or a program that can pay you? It's really comes down to that, man. You know, I mean, I'm going to go to a mediocre mid-major that doesn't get any television exposure and can't pay me $4 million a year.
Yep.
Or am I going to go where I can get, and if you're good enough, why wouldn't you go somewhere
course, right?
good?
Of course, maximize. I mean, your window of earning as an athlete is so small. I mean,
maximize it all, because then you could be set for life.
But don't try to feed us a line of bullshit and say something else.
Do it for the love of the game. Bullshit.
No, you don't. Tom Brady, maybe?
Yes. People wanted to play on his team.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to be part of it.
And that was the thing, is like, I don't think we'll ever see a Tom Brady type player ever again, where it's like, yeah, I'll take less money to make sure we have what we need to be a contender every year. Because, and again, like, I get it. Make your money, right? Go out there and make all the money you can. If people would pay us, $18 million to do this show, I think we do this show for $18 million.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
We also do it because we love doing it.
We do love doing it. We do love. That's why it's for the love of the show.
For the love of
the show. And athletics isn't what it used to be, where people really would pay for the love of the game because they weren't getting paid ridiculous amounts of money. They were doing it because they truly enjoy the game. Not to say they don't enjoy the game today, but man, I'll give you 20 million reasons why they really, really enjoy the game.
Tommy Canonsa saying the Dallas Cowboys don't use the salary cap space they have anyway. So, what are we working here with? Destiny going on to say, what I meant is the obsession so bad that it even costs actually having a chance to be a team, coach the team, and all that stuff, getting them to another Super Bowl. Is what Jerry Jones doing with the drama more detrimental to the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, it hasn't hurt professional wrestling, and that whole business is built on soap opera.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to win a Super Bowl, and I get it. Everyone's like, it's Super Bowl or bust. And I laid it out last year. The Cowboys can win a Super Bowl, and the excuse is going to be, well, the rest of the league sucked that year, so it's not a legitimate Super Bowl, right? There was someone coughed on the sideline, and everyone else on the other side got hurt.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, it's just going to be something like that when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys all the time. So I feel like that marker moves.
Yeah, at least this year, the players don't seem to be self-destructing the way they did back in the early days.
Yeah. They don't do as many drugs. That's
and they talked about a hotel called they nicknamed the White House, where they were having affairs and doing lines.
Oh yeah, a whole bunch of other stuff.
They were enjoying themselves.
I think it might cost the Dallas Cowboys. I don't think it's the drama, the soap opera that cost the Dallas Cowboys great coaches. I think it's just Jerry Jones' ego of wanting to be the reason why a team is successful that cost them coaches.
And
right?
It wasn't about who performed the job. It was who was given credit.
Exactly.
And Jerry wasn't willing to give that up.
But I feel like when it comes down to players and stuff like that, I don't think they give a shit. As long as they give it like a check. And again, if you're a Dallas Cowboys player, you're all over the place, right? Because nobody gets more primetime games than the Cowboys. No. Nobody gets more love/hate than the Dallas Cowboys, more time on TV. I swear to God, they spent more time on TV, the Dallas Cowboys did, over the summer doing absolutely nothing than the NBA, WNBA, Major League Baseball did combined, as far as the news headlines and stuff like that goes.
Yeah.
But like you had, what was it the other day? Kyle Schwarber hits 4 home runs in one game. And it's like the 17th time this has happened in the 150 years of Major League Baseball. And the whole thing was still, what's going to happen with Micah Parsons?
Right, it's all about the Cowboys.
What's going to be doing all this and that?
But here's the big question: can Micah Parsons play in the snow and the cold?
And that's what I was going to say too. Like whenever the game devolves into a running game, that's where Micah Parsons becomes neutralized.
Yeah.
In those cold weather games, those outdoor games, good luck in Green Bay, my guy.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be freezing.
You go from pretty much playing in a dome
to
playing relatively mild weather versus being in Green Bay, where it's
it's going to be freezing.
It's a different ball game up there, literally.
And de facto, for a lot of those games, de facto turns into a run game, right? Like it doesn't matter if you're a team that loves to throw the ball. No. If it's snowing or something, you've got to be able to establish a run.
I mean,
and that's what's going to be that's what's going to wind up being, to me, where Micah Parsons winds up getting neutralized. Like, I would have thought maybe go to like Jacksonville, maybe go to like Miami, somewhere like that, where you have other teams that are more pass heavy than the NFC North. I feel like that was a thing with Jerry Jones, like one last middle finger to him of like, go out there because we know what your Achilles heel is. Now go out there and prove to people it's not.
And you get to play him this year, ironically enough, where he's going after Dak Prescott.
I forgot to mention this comment because it made me laugh. You saw me kind of laugh over here to myself for a little bit there because we had spoken about how Jerry Jones just throws everything out there to get people feeling bad for him, feeling good for him, whatever it was. I said everyone was like, oh, no, thoughts and prayers to Jerry whenever he had the thing with the skin cancer. Tommy Cananza says, not me. I was rooting for the cancer.
Oh, God, that's terrible. Oh, come on now.
The amount of people that have asked me, what would like how much would it take for you to kill Jerry? I'm like, I'm not going to, man. Again, I've been in this weird lane the last 2 years where I'm like defending Jerry Jones. I don't like that I'm doing this, but I'm just looking at it from the logical standpoint.
We hate that we love him, as you say.
Yes, no, I 100% hate that I love him. Ashley Candelaria saying that parents are raising kids to play to make the money, not for the love of the game. No, it's 100%. And you'll see a lot of like parents out there, they'll talk to their kids and stuff like that in like some of these youth league basketball games that I've heard other parents be like, yeah, like if you want to really do this for the money, you're not going to be able to play like that. They're 8.
Right.
What the hell are we doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Let them be 8.
Let them be children and enjoy their childhood.
It's that simple. Talking out saying, hey, Jerry, how about you earn the media spotlight by winning, you freaking jackass? I mean, that's a great point.
Yeah.
But again, like, how do I say this without coming off as like an asshole? I feel like whenever you do a bunch of negative stuff, it gets highlighted more than whenever you do the good stuff.
Well, that's typical of any newscast. If it bleeds, it leads.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, right? Like, why does Trump dominate the newscast? Because he's a blubbering idiot that says all kinds of weird stuff, does some weird stuff, has some weird ankles and hands, and but he's unapologetically just an asshole.
Hey, whatever is newsworthy, right?
Exactly,
you
right?
know?
So like for me, like I feel like if the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, there would be media coverage there, but then the following thing would be, can they repeat? I bet you they can't repeat. I'll put my money on 31 other teams because that's the bold thing to do. I'll choose 31 other teams as opposed to just one team, right? Like that's the Stephen A. Smith thing, right? There was a guy that I was talking to the other day. He's like, I'm an ABC fan. If you don't know what that means, anything but the Cowboys, right? Anyone but the Cowboys is what he cheers for. What do you even watch sports for, my guy?
Yeah, come on now,
like, if it's everyone but the Cowboys, okay, so I'm cheering for 31 teams.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I mean, they're just a Cowboys hater. They're one of those people that just wants to talk crap about the Cowboys. They want to see the Cowboys do bad over and over and over again. There's a lot of people like that. That just, it's one of those things where you just absolutely positively hate them. And you're wishing for nothing but the worst with them.
But then again, that's a standard NFL tactic. If they want to improve a player's performance, their coaches put a chip on their shoulders. I highly doubt you're going to have what it takes. And then the player does everything he can to prove his coach wrong.
But I also feel like that doesn't happen anymore now, right? Like it's something that's not being cultivated now because in college especially, if the coach gives you a difficult task, like you're saying that coach is like the tough love, right? Like, I want to motivate you this way. Now you're out I'll just go to the transfer portal.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're learning this from like a younger age of like, I can just, I can take my ball home and like, I can just go home now, right? Like I'll just do that.
No sense in staying. Why?
Right. He doesn't have anything to prove to the other coach. Yeah.
You don't get what you want, no matter how big the program is, you're leaving. You're gone.
No, that's got me thinking about like a whole other thing right here is we're still watching as we get to the fourth quarter. The University of Texas Longhorns taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes in a riveting 7-0 game.
Yeah, this was supposed to be one of the games of the year, and it's turned out to be anything but. I saw that recently there was an interception. I did catch that as we're trying to get there, that, Manning did throw an interception as Texas was driving. So certainly the Ohio State defense getting the better of the Longhorns thus far.
I feel so bad for Arch Manning because, like, I feel like the expectation is so high that it's almost impossible to reach.
Yeah.
Right? Like you've got to be your uncles, and they're expecting you to take Texas, which hasn't won a national championship in so long, to take
20
Texas,
years almost.
which is a very flawed team, take them to a national title.
20 years.
And Westwood One even pointed out that unlike professional sports, they don't get a preseason. Your first game is your first game. That's it.
And that was a weird thing to me too. Like we were talking about this the other day while I was at work. The minors didn't even have like their Ruidoso camp this year.
No, they didn't.
Which is like weird, right? And like normally you get some of those things like that. A lot of those teams didn't have those like scrimmages against one another. So like you're coming out the gates. This is day one, and like it's great for us, TV wise, right? We get to watch all these ranked teams playing college football right now, just injected into our veins. Because after this, we got LSU Clemson, which is another top 25 matchup. Then we got Notre Dame and Miami, which is another top 25, top 10 matchup, I want to say. So we got like those things coming up. But it sucks for like the University of Texas, because if they lose this game, well, you were number one and you lost to the number 3 team. So now you're going to, plummet probably all the way down to like 10 or something.
And at least with the Cowboys, they just say, oh, it doesn't count. It's really preseason. The only game that really counts is that one with the Eagles coming up this coming week.
I hope that game doesn't count.
That's going to be rough.
You know what? No, I'm not doing that. I'm wearing my hat. I'm going to be the annoying Cowboys fan that everyone thinks I am, which is weird. Like, everyone's like, I'm such a Dallas Cowboys over the top fan where I've said it. I got called out the other day that I said that this was our year. I don't remember ever doing that, but somehow, some way.
Who had the nerve to call you out?
It was just some rando on like TikTok and stuff like that. I'll the comment section, you know how that goes.
Right.
Because they don't understand humor whenever I say 17-0 with a big smile, laughing on my face, that it might not be what I'm actually thinking.
Yeah, right. You may just be bullshitting. That's all. Just trying to get you to listen.
People online not understanding sarcasm. What a concept.
Oh, no. Who would have ever thought of that? Jeez.
You schmuck you. I mean, it's just unbelievable, though. But I mean, again, it's great to steer up the pot and make comments like that. What happened? Did they score?
Absolutely. State, I believe, just got themselves a touchdown. An insurmountable 14-0 lead.
Yeah, in this game, right? In this game, absolutely.
The shoe is going crazy.
That's a tough place to play, man. That's a tough place to play. So obviously, if they win, then they move up to number 1. Texas falls several spots, and
I mean, if Penn State wins, because they're number 2 right now, like you
would think they would do that, and then Texas falls to 3 or 4. I'm assuming, right? And then by the time UTEP plays, and they're 3 or 4. So I'm just wondering how many they're going to put on UTEP.
Judging by this game, 0.
Yeah, right.
They're averaging 0 points a game right now.
UTEP shuts down Arch Manning.
Yeah. Oh man,
that'd be great.
I mean, the sun shines on the dog's ass every now and then. It's been a while.
Anyone could win the lottery.
It's been a while since UTEP's been that dog, so it might be. It might be this year, Brandon.
It might be. That would be wonderful.
I'm calling it right now. UTEP shuts out.
I would be extremely excited about that.
UTEP shuts out the University of Texas.
Oh, it's possible.
In Austin.
Oh, it's very, very possible.
Oh, what's the name of that field? It's like Ricky Williams Field on DK something. They got like 10 names for that,
Royal, right? DK Royal Stadium, but I don't know the name of the field though. That would be something that we'd have to look up.
I'm looking that up right now.
I'm curious. Because I mean, I just,
Tell everyone about the specials real quick,
Brandon. Let me tell you about the special. There's this Pick 6 meal for 2, $19.99, 2 entrees. You get 2 drinks, 2 sides. This is great. Look at this. You can even add on a dessert. Look at this. So we're going to get your Dr. Pepper here. Then you can add on another Dr. Pepper. Then you have happy hour late night, 3 to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday, $2 off all tall drafts and margaritas. You have $6 appetizers. $5 premium drinks, well drinks, $4, and shorties for $3. And then you have this other shtick, this new thing, this ultimate sampler, which is very, very good. You can choose 4 options and include mozzarella sticks, onion rings, cheese curds, everything, pretzel knots. My God, that sounds good.
Those pretzel knots were amazing.
Those were really, really
amazing last
We
year.
got those last week. Those
it is
really
the Darrell K. Royal Memorial Stadium.
Well, yeah, that's what I said.
But I could have swore there was like a field or something. Like kind of like how it's Gayha Field at Arrowhead Stadium,
yeah,
right? Like these weird things that they're doing with these stuff over here. The Kirk commissioner saying that he's glad to see that Tommy Carranza hasn't been locked away for doing anything too crazy right now.
Yes.
Although I am feeling like the more we talk about it, the more we're pushing Tommy towards that thing. He even said it right here, like, I just hate Jerry Jones.
Yes.
Like flatly, I hate Jerry Jones. And like, maybe it was a show, maybe it was another show. I was like, I think the Dallas Cowboys are living like the Batman thing right now.
Oh yeah, for
Where
sure.
it's like everything that they did in the early part, right? Like they were the hero. If they had died then, it would have been like the Dallas Cowboys had a hero. Now they've lived long enough to see themselves become the villain for everything in football.
Yes, well, of course, that's what gets storylines, is them being the villain. You know, I mean, they are the villains. They're the worst villains in the world because they always do bad things. You know what I mean? I mean, that's
well,
the
they're
way
bad
they are.
things that they lose and they don't win the games that they should. I hate that I love this team, but you know what? I am here for it for the rest of the season. I am going to be optimistic that on Thursday, Brandon, whenever we have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia, as the Eagles show off their brand new Super Bowl ring, it has wings on it just like a maxi pad. That whenever they show off all that stuff, that it'll motivate the Dallas Cowboys to be able to actually win this game.
And here's the thing: how many of their defensive players do the Philadelphia Eagles still have? How many of them left the team?
They had a mass exodus. Like that's going to be the question for Philadelphia. As last year they were able to, it's kind of like what the Giants are going to be able to do this year, where you could just bring in defensive players in waves, and all of them were really good. They lost, I want to say 5 defensive linemen in free agency. Like that's gonna hurt your depth and stuff like that. They lost Darius Slay in free agency, so like the cornerback, like the defense is going to be what I would watch if I'm Philadelphia. I think that offense could put up points on anyone as long as you still have the tush push. You got a healthy offensive line, although Lane Johnson is hurt.
Yeah,
now like there's going to be questions with Philadelphia.
But with the weakness of the defense, that'll give the Cowboys at least a chance to amplify their passing game.
I think that the Dallas Cowboys are absolute dog shit, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know what to think of this team. Like I have to see the product, right? And these preseason games haven't given us anything. And I feel like having this as your season opener, where you got the defending Super Bowl champions there in a rivalry game, like if it was Dallas and the Browns, I'd be okay with it, right? Like get your footing under you, get something like that going. The starters haven't really played.
Nope.
They have all this drama that's been surrounding them with Micah Parsons. The defense is going to be upset about what happened with Micah Parsons. How motivated are they going to be to play coming up in just a couple of days as well? Seeing one of their favorite guys just get kicked out here. And again, someone that you can see objectively was the best player on the Dallas Cowboys, right? Like there's going to be so many questions with them that I think this game goes one of two ways. Philadelphia routs the Dallas Cowboys, or Philadelphia wins slightly. It'll be a boring 13-10 type of game, which would be a really shitty way to kick off the season.
Because both teams are working from a compromised state.
Exactly. Like both of them have had so much going on that you don't really know what to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And going back to that ring, my goodness, that's a beautiful ring. That is the nicest ring I've ever seen.
Like a cock ring.
I bet you would say that. I bet you would say that. Check your messages. Yeah, I tell you what, I think that the way that it has those cute little wings, it's adorable. It really is. I mean, come on, man. Have you seen the size of that ring? It's bigger than your hand.
I got a pretty big hand.
You got sausage fingers like me too. But you know that ring is amazing, dude. That's the coolest damn ring. And they keep making. You okay there, buddy? Don't you go falling on us. They keep making these rings bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, like you saw the ring I won. It was pretty nice, right? It was beautiful. But if I had a ring that big, I don't think I could carry it around.
No, I think that's what it's for. So there's a podcast I listen to. It's called Nothing Personal with David Sampson. David Sampson used to be the president of the Miami Marlins, and what he said they did is that they made like the huge ostentatious ring, for whenever they won the World Series against the New York Yankees, which I hate. That they won that World Series, but they also made a secondary ring that you can wear. It's kind of like a class ring.
Interesting.
For like the championship. Like if you just want to take it out and do all that. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't wear it.
But like if I saw someone wearing a ring like that, and I did see, I hated whenever I worked there, but like whenever I was at ESPN, they came through, the Eagles did, after they won the Super Bowl, like all their flash and flare and all that stuff, and they were showing off like the design for the new ring and all that. Like if I saw that out in public, and the Socorro kid and he comes out, I'm taking a finger with me, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's you can't go in public with a ring like that and expect to still have it. I mean, that's what safety deposit boxes are for.
It could be like Ace Ventura, where you hit him in the head and he keeps the diamond in there.
But you know, in all honesty, though, you know, I have seen some championship rings in my time, and I've seen World Series rings, and I've seen Super Bowl rings, and obviously, I can't say I've seen one that's more recent.
Did Arch just throw another interception?
Let me see here. Let's take a look.
We're watching this game. Like, again, I feel bad for Arch. Oh, that's on the receiver.
That's on the receiver. Bounced off his hands.
But
was picked off.
Ooh, I don't know. That looked like it might have hit the ground.
I don't know. He may have
We
gotten
gotta
his
see a
arm
better camera angle.
Let's see. Will this be more definitive? Possibly. I don't know that they're going to overturn that.
No,
I don't think I saw any grain. Did you?
Yeah, no.
The ball?
No, he's good.
So it's looking like maybe 21-0. Eventually, who knows?
Yeah. But again, like I said, I feel bad for Arch because he's just got so much that he's got to try to live up to. That it's not going to happen. Like, I don't think Texas is winning a national championship this year, and I feel like they were set up for failure from day one. Whenever they come out as the #1 team in the country, despite the fact that Ohio State is the defending national champion.
Weird, man. You would have definitely thought that would have been Ohio State. Obviously, they had a better recruiting class, and that's why they have them as the #1 overall team. But right now, the way things are going, we know who the toughest team in the country is. I mean, you may want to call Penn State too, but I'll take Ohio State over Penn State any day of the week.
And again, like, we're spoiled as fans where we get to see all these amazing little things that are going on. Oh. No worries. As long as we're getting
the latest message, Dave, or the last one I sent you. Okay, there's no beer, no beer cheese. Yeah, okay, thank you. It's like, thank you.
Thank you.
It's like trying to figure out Morse code here. You know what I mean?
Hey, we're good with it. We are good with it.
Text message.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Okay, so again, like, obviously we know that those are some of like the news headlines and everything like that are going around the NFL right now. I'm looking at some of the stuff that's going on here. Number 24, Tennessee. It looks like it looks like Syracuse might actually be the one here that's about to score. But Tennessee up right now, 38-20. Is that a touchdown? I think that is. No, it's not a touchdown. Never mind. There's way too much. There's way too much sports going on around me right now.
We're overwhelmed.
That's right, and we even did a takeoff of John Madden. If you want to talk about specials, let's show up my turducken this spring season.
I've always wanted to try a turducken. Like there's a part of me that just like to be that much of a glutton.
Who doesn't like being a glutton? I like being a glutton. Some of us are glutton for punishment, aren't we?
That's how I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, or why I'm still a Dallas Cowboys fan. Oh, is this UTEP game actually on TV?
Let's see.
Because the CBS Sports Network right here, it says coming up later, UTEP versus Utah State.
What time do they play?
4:30 is, I think, when the coverage starts.
4:30. The University of Texas at El Paso, our UTEP Miners, our alma mater, in action for the first time since last year. Looking to eye a bowl game victory, which would be their first bowl game victory since 1967.
Since 1967.
You talk about ineptitude. We're talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
Since Hector was a pup, right?
Yes.
It's been forever.
Yes.
And a day, and then some.
Tommy Canonzo replying to the Cricket Commission saying, not yet at least. Maybe the more that we let this fester in Tommy Canonzo, the more he'll be apt to take action, which I hope he doesn't. Tommy, don't. No, you got things you need to take care of, my guy. What the hell is he doing?
Taking it out of the goal line.
So I'm watching this Navy and what does that say? VMI? Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Navy and VMI. The guy for VMI gets the kickoff in like he fumbles it in the end zone, picks it back up, stands there for about 5 seconds, and then decides he wants to run out with it and gets tackled at the damn 2-yard line. Oh, that's got to be one of the dumbest things I think I've ever. Like, I hope they show that replay again.
Yeah, let me see what happens here. It was a pretty stupid move on his part.
One of the dumbest, and again, like, you're losing the Navy 45-7, so maybe we don't do stupid plays right now and we just try to get any type of score.
Let's see.
It looks like the interception was not an interception. The University of Texas retains the ball as they are currently on the 43-yard line. On the plus side right here, they go with the double reverse. Oh, look at that.
That was nice.
UT.
Nice little pickup of about 8 yards, right?
I can't see the clock. I wish they had it on one of the TVs.
What's going on with number 2?
Why couldn't you just put it like closer? Like there's like 10 TVs here.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe we should ask if they could put it on.
So I think that might be on us.
Daver, we should ask if they could put the Texas game on here. You know, instead of watching this game on CBS Sports.
Okay.
I think. What do you think? I think we should be watching this.
Yeah,
game.
if we can do that. Oh,
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you, buddy.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay, so
What happened? How bad was it?
He was looking to make a cut.
Sorry, yeah.
He was looking to make a cut, and as number 2, which I can't really read the name, as he was going down to plant to make a cut, his leg kind of just like his front leg kind of just got stuck into the ground, and it looked like a hyperextension.
Yeah, it could have been. Hopefully, as long as it's not a break, right? Or a
Yeah.
tear.
Oh, yeah. As long as it's just like I will always take a hyperextension. University of Texas moving the ball down the field. I can't see how much time they have. But let me look on
quarter, almost a full quarter, like 8 minutes, maybe.
It looks to me like it says 5 minutes. That's why I'm like, man, that quarter went by quick.
It's funny the way we're trying to like catch this from the edge here. You know, it's like we have like kind of a crappy view.
Okay, no, I'm wrong. I'm blind as hell. That's 10 minutes left.
Okay, yeah, because I remember the fourth quarter just started.
Yes.
So there's a full game. I mean, a full quarter left, and they're running the ball, and they're doing well right now. They obviously desperately need to score. That goes without saying.
Everyone desperately needs to score.
No kidding. Isn't that the truth, right?
I mean, but again, like if Texas loses this game, like in college football, now with the expanded playoffs, like the first loss doesn't mean anything. And I feel like even if you're Texas and you have a second loss somewhere out there in the season, you can still be in the SEC championship game and be in the college football playoff. And that's all it is about making it to the dance.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's exactly. No matter if you're the first seed, the 12th seed, who cares? As long as you get in, if you have enough talent, you'll be fine.
And that, I mean, not necessarily. Like if you're Boise State and you get blown up, like then there's that one.
Yeah, but you and I both know eventually they're going to expand to 24 teams, and then everybody and their brother is going to be getting in.
I mean, do you remember whenever we were talking about, I want to say it was last year, or maybe the year before, we were talking about it with Mike Golick Jr., and I said, let's just get a 25-team NCAA tournament style, and both of you laughed at me. No, but now I'm okay with it, though. Now you're okay.
I mean, I've laughed at you many times.
Now that other people have said.
Well, I mean,
many people are saying, is that what I needed to do?
Your opinion sucks.
Is that what I needed to do?
Yeah.
Brandon and Gojo. Many people are saying they would like a 25-team tournament.
Your opinion's garbage. I don't listen to a word that you say.
That I know for sure.
Looks like he's gingerly walking on his left.
I'll say he's not even able to put pressure on him, so it might be worse than what I thought it was.
Could be a tear, huh?
Oh, man, that would suck.
If he's a tear, then there goes the season, game 1. So that would suck. That would not be a good thing.
And they have no run whatsoever.
Just a bit outside.
I'm just glad that we've got football back, Brandon.
Oh, I missed it so much. Being at the game, the Claw game last night, Austin victorious. They win their 8th consecutive Claw game, 42-13 over El Paso High. And they played really well. They really did that. Pichardo, I'll tell you what, give him a lot of credit. He talked about how, coming this year, it was going to be a lot of kids that they lost. They lost their starting quarterback. They lost their big-time running back. They used 4 running backs last night. All of them scored touchdowns.
Nice.
This kid that was at most of last year, Parrish, he's a junior. He's like a 280-pound quarterback. They were using him as a QB, and he was running the ball, and he was throwing it 30 yards to their great wide receiver, Andujo. And they just blow out El Paso High and win the coveted Claw, one of the biggest rivalries not only in the state but the country. So congratulations to them. A lot of delays last night, but our boy Coach Pichardo got it done.
Oh, because of the rain?
The rain and the lightning. Yes, there was a lot of. Luckily, ours game wasn't one of them. Even though we could see the lightning from R.E. McKee Stadium, thinking for sure they were going to delay it, but nope. We played that whole game last night.
Nice.
Quite a windy evening too.
Yes, it was Jericho's birthday yesterday, so we took him to the El Paso Chihuahuas. We were watching a game over there with the El Paso Chihuahuas. And it was a fun time. And then somewhere, like I want to say, the 5th inning, it went from such a beautiful night to all the wind. Just all the wind you can possibly handle in El Paso.
Didn't get the rain, though.
No. I mean, we got a couple of sprinkles.
Because at Jeff, they had to call the game for a while because it was pouring, and that wasn't too far from where you or I were.
Yeah.
Last night. So, but you have high school football back, college football back. The NFL will be here. Very happy about all this. Really am. And it was, like I said, a good slew of high school football. I was also at the Coronado game Thursday night watching my daughter perform. She's on the color guard team, and she did a pregame.
And that was against Americas, right?
And they, it started off promising for Coronado. Wes Stansbury taking over now, obviously the son of great Ed Stansbury. And, he had some good throws, but defensively, Americas was all over Coronado and completely shut them down. I think they won 41-9 or something like that. But Stansbury, he'll have his growing pains. I mean, like anybody else, his first year as a starter. But he did look good, though, man. He's a big boy. He's going to, he's 6'4" and like 250, I think. He's a big boy as a sophomore. I don't know if he's he's a big boy. He's 6'4". I don't know if he's 250. Maybe he's like 220, but he's a big boy.
I'm going to be like 190.
No, he's a big boy. I remember meeting him last year. Next week I got the Coronado Andrus game. We'll see him in person. So
once again, we are Fire and Ice. We are live over here at Buffalo Wild Wings, 655 Sunland Park Drive on the west side of El Paso. They are going to have all weekend long just all the football you need. If you can't get to college football today, we're getting college football tomorrow with Miami, Notre Dame.
Labor Day.
And Labor Day as well. Like you look at it, it's a perfect time. You got yourself a 3-day weekend, hopefully. I don't. But maybe most people out there have themselves a nice little 3-day weekend. They'll be able to go out and do something, have some fun. Just inject all the sports you can into your life right here at Buffalo Wild Wings, 655 Sunland Park Drive on the west side of El Paso. One more time, Brandon. Let everyone know some of the specials that they've got working over here at B-Dubs.
6-6. This is the shtick that we tried for $20, $19.99. You get 2 entrees, 2 sides, 2 fountain drinks. You can upgrade. You can do this. You can do that. A lot of different options. Then, of course, you have your new sampler that they came out with last week, the Ultimate Sampler. Not bad. Several different options. Onion rings. You got these delicious knots, these everything knots, these cheese sticks.
And it looks like that's what Destiny and the kids had, the bottomless sides.
Aren't you perceptive? No, I'm just kidding. Yes, as a matter of fact, that is what they have. Destiny has a good little nosh over there. And then finally, happy hour, 3 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 every day, including $6 appetizers and $3 shorty shorts. Shorty shorts. That sounds nice.
I want to see you in some shorty shorts.
Sounds like a song from the 1960s. Who wears short shorts?
Shorty shorts, not shorty shorts. Someone's thinking of short shorts right now.
Now we know what's on Brandon's mind. Brandon about to go home and get his hoochie daddy shorts on. That's what it's going to be. He's going to be out there washing the car.
I'll be like, I'm a model. You know what I mean?
I love how you're off key 95% of the time. It makes me so happy.
You're my buddy. You know that?
It makes
you really
me so
are.
happy. All right, everybody. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in to Fire and Ice. We're over here, Buffalo Wild Wings, 655 Sunland Park Drive. We will see you all next week.
You just like because I make you laugh. That's it. I don't like anything else.